Costco offers a wealth of frozen meals to make life easier, but convenient and tasty don't always go together. These are the foods that deserve space in your freezer, and the ones that most definitely don't. If you've ever been to a sushi restaurant and paid attention to the kinds of dishes leaving the kitchen, you've probably been blown away by how vibrant and ornate they are. You eat with your eyes first, and the aesthetics of sushi rev up your appetite before you even take a bite. And that's why you need to avoid the frozen MOJI Sushi Classic California Roll at Costco. This frozen California roll is packed with disturbing textures and flavors that simply taste off. After it thaws, the rice is super gummy, and the flavors of the faux crab and avocado have basically perished. Anyone who appreciates sushi even a little would take one look at this and give it a hard pass.
What's that?
Sushi.
Sushi?
If you're craving sushi, this is no way to get your fix, especially since there are plenty of better grocery store sushi options to be had. Your day is infinitely better when you manage to eat a great breakfast. Even if you're facing a day full of errands or anticipating a run-in with your overbearing boss, a satisfying morning meal puts points in the win column.
Good morning, Pee-wee! Good morning, Mr. Breakfast!
A hearty breakfast sandwich should be a reliable morning option. But if you have your eyes set on Costco's Jimmy Dean breakfast croissants, you'd better change your mind quick. These breakfast sandwiches come loaded with sausage, egg, and cheese, but none of it works. They're frozen, not fresh, and it's glaringly obvious. After you heat it up, the croissant hardens into something crumbly and tough on the outside, and weirdly squishy once you get through the outer layer. The rubbery egg has no flavor, and the slice of American cheese might as well be melted linoleum. The only ingredient with any kind of flavor is the sausage, but it's way too salty. You might be hungry, but steer clear of this one. It's not worth starting off your day with disappointment. Eggs are always a solid option for your morning meal. They're easy to make. You can prepare them in tons of different ways, and they give you a good punch of protein to kick off the day. If you don't feel like breaking out the skillet and whipping them up yourself, you can buy the 3 Bridges Egg White Bites at Costco. These are little morsels of egg white filled with breakfast ingredients. Are they convenient? Yes, but are they worth your money? Absolutely not. The biggest problem is the texture, which is like tossing little rubber balls into your mouth. They're super chewy, and there isn't much flavor in them either. Who needs a bland meal that offers zero satisfaction? So if you're simply looking to stave off your hunger with some protein, these do the trick. But if you actually want to enjoy your breakfast, you should definitely opt for something else. A really good tamale packs a load of flavor. In a perfect world, you carefully unwrap the corn husk it's nestled in, and you have yourself a masa wrap that's full of great taste. You can fill them with meat, cheeses, and veggies and have yourself a delicious meal. If tamales are on the mind, Costco customers can scoop up a box of Texas Tamale Co. black bean tamales. But be warned, these will in no way give you the epic tamale experience you crave. The Costco website says, "Let Texas Tamale bring the delicious taste of Texas to you." Yes, there are a lot of ways to experience the taste of Texas, but no, this isn't one of them. These tamales don't pack nearly enough flavor. The black beans are bland, and they practically cry out for sauce. The texture of the tamale is actually okay, which is surprising since they come frozen. Frozen foods often heat unevenly, leaving cold pockets throughout, but these don't have that problem. But evenly distributed temperature isn't enough to make it worth taking home these tamales. They say breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
What comes before anything? What if we always said is the most important thing?
Breakfast.
Sure, you could fix a heaping bowl of cereal, some sugary carbs splashed with milk, but why not go for a heaping bowl of something else? For example, the Jimmy Dean breakfast bowl at Costco is stuffed with scrambled eggs, potatoes, sausage, cheddar cheese, and bacon. Now, as enticing as this list of ingredients sounds, the overall satisfaction level isn't high. Not only is the bacon very salty, but it tastes like a hefty amount of sodium is crammed into all the other ingredients as well. The texture of this bowl is admittedly appealing. The eggs are super fluffy, and the potatoes are nicely cooked. Unfortunately, the overwhelming level of salt make it an item you should think twice before purchasing. Your cardiologist will thank you. A great bowl of soup hits the spot no matter what time of the year it is. And if you're in the mood for some soup-style comfort while wandering around Costco, Ivar's loaded baked potato soup might jump out at you. The photo on the box immediately gets your belly rumbling, but the product itself might let you down, although it does have some redeeming qualities. The soup comes with chunks of potato, cheddar cheese, and bits of bacon. There's also a ton of cream, which makes the dish super rich and silky smooth. But once again, the big drawback of this product is its saltiness. You can tell there's a lot of sodium used to give it flavor, and that's not something your blood pressure wants to hear. The box looks good, but keep on walking.
That's kind of harsh.
It's a harsh world.
There are a lot of great things you can stuff into a bowl for a tasty, satisfying meal. At Costco, you can scoop up the Frontera chicken fajita bowl for a medley of tastes that'll hit your palate's sweet spot. The bowl comes with pieces of grilled chicken breast, fire-roasted peppers, a blend of various grains as the base, and chipotle fajita sauce. Is this the best chicken fajita bowl you'll ever eat in your entire life? Probably not. But it gets the job done. The biggest issue you'll face here is the texture of the chicken. The grilled pieces tend to be on the dry side. However, the peppers are delicate and soft, and they have a smoky flavor that seeps into the rest of the ingredients. The grain base is also a bit dry, but once that chipotle fajita sauce comes into play, it soaks it right up. It's the sauce that's the star of the show here. It's creamy with a smoky kick that doesn't overwhelm the palate, but definitely lets you know it's there. Purchasing a frozen microwavable sandwich is a risk some just aren't willing to take. We get it. Most of us have nuked something delicious sounding, only to bite into a freezing cold spot that the heat didn't reach. But don't look past Raybern's handcrafted barbecue pulled pork sandwich at Costco. This is one microwavable meal that lives up to the picture on the box. The sandwich is simple. You get a bun and a pile of pulled pork smothered in a sweet and tangy barbecue sauce. The texture of the bun is super soft, and the barbecue sauce packs a big wallop of loud flavor. It's definitely more sweet than tangy, but those who like sweetness in their sauce will certainly enjoy it. If there's one lady out there who knows how to craft an appealing frozen meal, it's Marie Callender.
I've been with Helen 21 years, but Marie really knows what I like.
Her company cranks out tons of great products, from dessert pies to savory ones, and you can snag one of the chicken pot pies at Costco the next time you're there. Chicken pot pie is a classic dish. When it's made correctly, every bite has your palate sighing with satisfaction. Luckily, Marie Callender knows her way around a chicken pot pie, and that means this product deserves some real estate in your freezer. This pie is filled with chunks of white meat chicken, carrots, peas, and celery. Let's start with the very first ingredient that hits your mouth. The pie crust is super delicate and wonderfully flaky. Once you break through it, you're treated to a warm array of flavors and textures. The chicken is super moist, and the veggies are all extremely tender, almost melting in your mouth. This is an all-around great product that will not disappoint. Many of us remember the excitement of unwrapping a Hot Pocket and tossing it into the microwave, eagerly awaiting the moment the ding that meant it was time to feed our faces.
Hot Pockets!
The memory of that crispy, crunchy, tender, flaky crust and the gooey filling lives on. Yes, Hot Pockets were a pretty good time. And there's good news. At Costco, you can buy the equivalent of Hot Pockets in the form of Kirkland signature chicken bakes. You get a pocket of crispy dough chock full of really tasty stuff that'll take you no time at all to make. These chicken bakes have a lot going on inside them. The pockets come with chicken breast strips, a trio of cheeses, mozzarella, provolone, and parmesan, plus bacon, green onions, and Caesar dressing. It might not be as epic as the Costco food court chicken bake, but it still hits your palate in a very good way. The chicken is juicy, the bacon is salty and rich, and the cheese is combined to coat everything with a buttery, nutty, and slightly salty flavor. The Caesar dressing is an unexpected but welcome addition. These are Hot Pockets on steroids. Macaroni and cheese is one of those classic comfort foods that is nearly impossible to turn down when it's offered. How can you resist a forkful of tender pasta covered in gooey cheese? It warms your mouth as well as your soul, and that's a win-win. At Costco, you can, and should, snag a box of Beecher's mac and cheese. The box boldly states it's the world's best, and Beecher's might not be lying. The macaroni and cheese comes with penne pasta drenched in Beecher's flagship cheese, a semi-hard cow's milk creation that's aged 15 months to give it a deep flavor profile. And the flavor is outstanding. It's robust with a hint of nuttiness. One reviewer on Costco's website wrote, "In my 75 years on Earth, this is absolutely the best I've ever had." Another customer wrote, "This is great mac and cheese, very creamy and cheesy. Great, rich, delicious flavor. Highly recommended." All those exclamation points don't lie, folks. Snag yourself a box of this pronto. Ham and Swiss is one of those classic sandwich combinations that sticks with you for life. The two ingredients pair perfectly, and each bite you take has you thanking the sandwich god who came up with this immortal combo. At Costco, you can pick up a box of La Boulangerie smoked ham and Swiss cheese pockets, which not only give you great flavor, even the bread pocket rates fantastic. Let's start with the smoked ham. It's not overly salty, and it has a wonderful smoky flavor that never overwhelms your palate. The Swiss cheese is aged and has a wonderfully buttery taste, and when it melts, it coats the ham with a creaminess that gives a fantastic mouthfeel. It's impossible not to bite into one of these and be blown away by the texture and flavor of the flaky, delicate pocket of bread. It's the perfect sidekick for the meat and cheese, and it almost melts in your mouth thanks to the warmth of its innards. This is truly a must-buy product.